Our guest today at MoneyShow is Richard Moroney, editor of Dow Theory Forecasts. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Could you give us an overview of your investment strategy?
Yeah, well, we describe ourselves as kind of quant plus investors. So we use a quantitative ranking system called Quadrix as our first screen. And Quadrix looks at stocks in over 80 variables in 6 categories where we're measuring a company's operating momentum, valuation, quality, where we're looking at track record and returns on assets, return on investments, financial strength, where we're looking at net positions and profit margins, earnings estimates, where we look at trends in earnings estimates, both changes in the consensus and the number of up versus down revisions, and performance, where we're looking at stock returns mostly over periods of up to 1 year. Once we have sorted through about nearly 4,500 stocks based on this ranking system, we generally look at ones that rank in the top 10% of that universe. That means they get a Quadrix overall score of 90, and then we're kind of using individual company analysis to see if the bullish picture being painted by Quadrix is accurate, whether we think something has changed that would make it no longer indicative of what's going to happen in the future. And then we're also looking for some specific catalyst, some reason to like this stock more than the other top-ranked stocks.
At the start of the year, you chose Lam Research as your favorite stock for 2017. Since then, the shares have risen 46%. Could you explain the original rationale behind choosing this stock?
Yeah, our system and our own individual approach is really oriented for getting companies that are both growing and have the ability to beat expectations and are attractively valued. And Lam qualified on both those counts. It had strong operating momentum, helped by a fairly robust cycle in semiconductor equipment spending, and it was still fairly cheap. So it also had a leading position, and margins were going up, so it had a lot of the things that we look for.
Awesome. Could you share an overview of developments at Lam Research since the start of the year?
Yeah, well, they've had 2 very strong quarters. Sales growth above 35%, I think, in both quarters. Profit growth even stronger than that. Beat expectations nicely for the March quarter, beat it by about 10%, and guided higher for the coming quarters. I think that's really what has helped the stock. It seems that semiconductor equipment, the cycle is getting a little bit less pronounced and longer in terms of the upcycle, just because the number of devices that use semiconductors that used to be driven by PCs, and when a new Windows version would come out, everyone would try to get faster chips in their computers. Now that is kind of an afterthought. There's so many different things driving demand for semiconductors that the equipment guys are staying quite busy. And even after the run it's had, Lam is not all that expensive. Those current year earnings are now expected to be $9.88. At the start of the year, people were looking for $8.18. So not as cheap as it was, but the estimates have come up significantly, and they've come up even more for 2018. So it's still pretty reasonably valued, and we still like it.
Great. So given the stock's strong performance so far this year, do you still recommend it as a buy?
Yeah, we still have it as a buy. It's in fact, it's a focus list buy, which is our list of top picks. It is probably, closer to the 6th or 7th inning instead of the 3rd or 4th inning when we first recommended it. But I still think it's got 20%, 25% upside. Just comparing it to other stocks, looking at what's going on in the semiconductor space, I still think this stock is a good one to buy.
This is Zach Levine with MoneyShow, and we've been speaking with Richard Moroney, editor of Dow Theory Forecasts. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.